Did you know that 3,000 Oreos are made in each factory every minute? That's right. While it might sound like a crazy number, it just shows how much people love Oreos. They are known as milk's favorite cookie, which explains why they're always in high demand. In this video, we will show you the detailed manufacturing process behind these worldwide favorite snacks, Oreo cookies. First, we will review the detailed ingredients used in making Oreo sandwich cookies, which Mondelez International and Cadbury Milk own. It all starts with unbleached enriched wheat flour, which provides the cookie's structure. This flour isn't just plain. It provides important nutrients like niacin, iron, and vitamins B1, B2, and folic acid. The company is fully dedicated to using wheat grown in an eco-friendly way. Farmers, local groups, and governments collaborate to improve wheat farming by enhancing local conditions and practices. In Europe, the Harmony program is central to this effort. It works with local farmers and organizations to ensure that the wheat used for cookies is grown in healthy, diverse environments that will be safeguarded for future generations. After that, cocoa, which is processed with alkali, brings in the rich chocolate flavor and dark color that's a signature of many cookies. Leavening agents like baking soda and calcium phosphate are included to help the cookie rise and achieve satisfying crispness. Soy lecithin also plays a key role, acting as an emulsifier to keep the cookie's texture smooth and consistent. A pinch of salt is added to balance the flavors, while natural flavors bring everything together. Some versions even include chocolate pieces for an extra touch of flavor. When it comes to the cream filling, sugar is added, giving it that sweet, creamy goodness. Palm or canola oil is used to make the filling smooth and rich. In some varieties, high fructose corn syrup is added for additional sweetness. Like in the cookie, soy lecithin is used to maintain the creamy texture. Finally, a bit of artificial flavor is added to enhance the taste. Depending on the variety or location, different versions of these cookies may have slightly different ingredients or proportions of them, and unique flavors might include additional ingredients to create new and exciting tastes and textures. Now let's have a look at the production steps. The first step is the sourcing and processing of cocoa beans. Mondelez proudly advertises that its Oreo cookies are always made with real cocoa. The cocoa in Oreos isn't just from the cocoa bean. It's obtained through alkalization, often referred to as the Dutch chocolate processing method. Let's examine how this works. Cocoa beans, mainly grown in Ghana, Ivory Coast, and Indonesia, are harvested, roasted, and ground into cocoa powder. This powder gives Oreos its rich chocolate flavor. But here's what's interesting. As mentioned before, the cocoa powder used in Oreos goes through an alkalizing process. This process, known as Dutch processing, neutralizes the cocoa's natural acidity, making it darker and smoother in flavor. That's why these cookies have such a deep, dark color. Most cocoa powders are brown, but when cocoa is alkalized, the color can change depending on the process. For example, the pH level of regular cocoa powder is usually between 4.7 and 6, which makes it slightly acidic. When an alkaline substance is added during processing, it increases the pH level, making the cocoa powder alkaline. This change can transform the color from light brown to dark brown, or even black. And it also makes the flavor less bitter while improving how easily the cocoa dissolves in liquids, perfect for making something like chocolate milk. The exact color of the cocoa powder depends on several factors during the alkalizing process, such as the temperature, pressure, and the type of alkalizing agent used. For instance, the beans must be processed at high temperatures, up to 275 degrees Fahrenheit or 135 degrees Celsius, to make black cocoa powder. If the temperature goes too high, the powder might turn even darker, but it could also pick up unwanted flavors. On the other hand, lower temperatures might produce a reddish hue instead of black. The Oreo factory is bustling, with powerful machines designed to produce over 1 billion cookies each year. The process begins with a giant mixing vessel where all the ingredients, including processed cocoa powder, enriched wheat flour, sugar, salt, and baking soda, and the wet ingredients, water, artificial flavors, and vegetable oil are combined to create the cookie dough. The dough is mixed and kneaded until it reaches the right consistency, becoming smooth and cohesive. Once the dough is ready, it passes through a series of rollers that flatten it into a thin, continuous sheet. This sheet is sent through a molding machine where circular cookie shapes are cut out. After cutting, a special roller embosses each cookie with the iconic Oreo design, stamping it with the signature pattern that everyone recognizes. After being shaped, the cookies are placed on a conveyor belt and moved to a large industrial oven. Here, the cookies are baked for about 12 to 15 minutes and exposed to high temperatures that cause them to rise due to baking enhancers added and develop their crispy texture. The conveyor belt ensures even heat distribution, so each cookie is perfectly baked. Once out of the oven, the cookies are moved to cooling conveyors and cooled to room temperature to prevent them from melting or smudging in the filling and assembly process. Dry ice is often added to cool the batter down, ensuring it has the right consistency. This step is critical because it prepares the cookies for the next stage, adding the cream filling. Throughout the process, every ingredient must meet strict quality standards to produce only the best products. The factories are kept carefully clean to prevent any contamination, and the workers carefully monitor each step. Meanwhile, cream filling is being prepared in another part of the factory, while cookie dough is in the cooling and setting phase. The creamy filling is prepared using a blend of sugar, vegetable oil, and a special secret ingredient that gives it that unique, tasty flavor. The filling also includes powdered sugar, high fructose corn syrup, soy lecithin, vanilla flavor, and canola oil. All these ingredients are mixed until the filling is smooth and creamy and without any lumps. If any lumps are detected, the mixture goes through the blending phase again. Once the filling is prepared, it is loaded into a pump, which carefully distributes the filling onto the bottom layer of the cooled cookies. The top layer is then placed on top of the filling. The cookies are lightly pressed to ensure the filling is evenly spread between the two cookie layers. While this happens, the cookies are still cooling, and the factory has a special setup to ensure they are aligned perfectly. The cookies travel along a conveyor belt, passing through ramps that flip some cookies face down and others face up. This way, one side of the cookie shows the signature Oreo design and the other is plain. The filled cookies then go through a machine that presses the top cookie onto the bottom cookie with the cream, ensuring they stick together without being overpressed or cracked. After this, each cookie is checked for quality. Any cookies that are cracked or imperfect are set aside. Once the cookies are filled and checked for quality, they move to the final production stage, packaging. Here's how it happens. The cookies are separated into bunches by mechanical tongs and placed into plastic trays, ready for packaging. This process ensures that every Oreo cookie is perfectly filled and ready to enjoy. Once the cookies are carefully placed into individual plastic sleeves, these sleeves are then packed into larger boxes. These boxes are stored at the warehouse and then sent to different distributors, who then deliver them to stores and malls so you can pick them up and enjoy them with a glass of milk. Throughout this process, strict quality control measures ensure that every Oreo cookie is just right. Workers check each cookie for defects or inconsistencies, and any that don't meet standards are set aside. After watching this detailed process, you might wonder how these cookies were invented. Well, Nabisco devised a new cookie idea similar to one already developed by Sunshine Biscuits in 1908. Sunshine's cookie, Hydrox, had 2 chocolate discs with a cream filling between them. Although Nabisco never admitted it, the Oreo cookie, created 4 years later, looked a lot like Hydrox with its 2 chocolate discs and creamy center. Despite the similarities, Oreo quickly became more popular than Hydrox. Nabisco made sure to protect its new cookie by filing for a trademark on March 14, 1912, and getting it approved on August 12, 1913. And that's how Oreo's history began. Today, both Nabisco and the Oreo brand are part of Mondelez International, which has owned them since 2012. Oreos are enjoyed in over 100 countries. Each batch of cookies takes about 90 minutes to make, and some factories produce up to 1 billion packs of Oreos yearly. Thanks to clever marketing, Oreo has become a favorite snack worldwide. The brand has always kept its image consistent across all its ads, social media, and packaging. By using a recognizable logo and design, Oreo creates a feeling of familiarity and nostalgia. They connect the cookie with happy childhood memories and fun moments, perfectly capturing their tagline, "Twist, lick, and dunk," to make eating Oreos feel like a play treat. So, what do you like the most about the Oreo sandwich cookies? Share with us in the comments. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button